But Phil, the first time I met you was many, many years ago, and at that stage I always heard that you were a Bows fan. Your dad was a Bows fan, wasn't he? How did you suddenly swing over to the hoops?
Well, my dad, as you say, was a Bows fan. We lived in Broadstone, and my introduction to sport was being brought to Dalymount, because we lived within the shadow of Dalymount, on a Saturday, a lot of Saturday games then, and on a Sunday to Croker. And I vividly remember being, I was talking about swaddling clothes, with 2 or 3 is all it was, being lifted over the palings in Dalymount at the tramway end and squatting there in the grass behind the goal. And on Sunday going to Croke Park and remembering the McDonald's, Johnny and Paddy with the hat, the goalkeeper and Sinnott forward. And all the time growing up with the love of football, but myself making up my mind that Rovers was the one I wanted to follow, because they gave me something special as a child. They gave me a fighting spirit that I liked. There could be 2 down and 10 minutes to go, and they'd either win 3-2 or they'd be beaten 3-2, and there was blood spurting out their ears. This was magic, this was charisma, this was great for
Well,
a
you must
kid.
have seen a large number of outstanding games. Is there one particular that you remember, for example?
Well, possibly the one that everybody would expect you to remember would be the 1956 Cup Final, when Rovers were 2 down and 10 minutes to go, and it was all over. And one of the against Cork Athletic, one of the Cork directors left the ground to go down to Mooney's on the corner. Although in those days, this is 1956, the pubs on a Sunday opened at 5 to 7. You had to be very smart to get your little liquor in, you see. And he went out to buy champagne. And while he was down there, he had 3 tremendous cheers, knew something startling had happened, met the crowds pouring out as he came back, and to his horror found that Rovers had won 3-2.
And there he was with
his half dozen bottles of champagne, and the pitch was invaded. The team couldn't get off the pitch. Poor Cork Athletic were flummoxed, as the saying goes, and to his eternal credit, he gave the champagne to the hoops.
Oh, well done, well done. And what's the story about the priest?
The priest?
Said, there's some story about the priest, is there?
There was a cup semi-final replay in Talca Park between Rovers and Dundalk, as it so happens, who play in the final next Sunday. And the match had been drawn on the Saturday, 1-1 draw, and this is the replay. And I was broadcasting it, and just before going on the air, this priest came up, very broad-shouldered man, very well built, like yourself, and he introduced himself to me. He hadn't been able to get to Dalymount on the original match. Yeah. Because why? Because he had to hear confessions. Right. But, he says, I didn't miss a thing of it. Didn't miss a kick of it. So you know what? He said, I brought a little trolley with me into the confession box. And he said it was marvellous. This is a fact. It was marvellous, he said. Father McCourt, his name was.
The football in one ear and the confession in the other. Great.
Goodness knows, a few of the hard shows must have got easy penances that day, I'd say.
Tell you
as it so happened, Dundalk lost the replay, so I'd had to go to him to confession that night.
Right. You have been accused, Phil, of being biased about Rovers. I mean, let us face it.
By many men and women. And indeed, on the occasion of the 60 years of Irish radio opening, performed by no less a personage than His Excellency Mr. Jim Mitchell, who was Minister for Communications at the time, and who has football connections because his brother Peter was a very fine player, Pats and Limerick and inter-league player. He happened to say at the opening that he couldn't get to a particular cup match between Rovers and Pats, but he turned on the radio and he heard me saying that the score was 2-2 in favour of Rovers. He said,
now that's bias. That is
Philip, on behalf of the Shamrock Rovers Heritage Trust, it gives us great pleasure to announce you as the Shamrock Rovers Heritage Trust Hall of Fame Award winner for 2010. And this is in recognition of a lifetime devotion to Shamrock Rovers, the League of Ireland Football, and of course the broadcasting. So, congratulations. Well done.
You nearly have me crying.
Not at all. A worthy winner. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Yeah. That's just a little token just to say thanks very much. Okay?
Thank you very, very much.
No problem.
Up the hoops.
Well done. Thank you very much, Philip.
Yeah. Well, I have pleasure to Makes you very happy.
Well, you've made me very... Just meeting you now has been a pleasure.
Great, great.
Well done.